And back here on Freaky Fast Broadcasting in the Bonfire Racing League. Just got finished with 200 laps at Kentucky. We've got our top three ready to join us here in the press box. First, we'll talk to Mr. David Medina finishing in third position. David, it's Lee in the booth. You got a copy, sir?
Yes, sir.
Man, what a race. I know that you've been out with your hip and everything. First race back to finish on the podium. It was this the kind of return you were expecting?
I mentioned the guys in the chat, Sean and Brandon and stuff, that I would be happy with just a top 10 finish here being my first race back. But car felt really good. I did a lot of laps on practice, just doing a lot of long runs to see how the car was going to handle, and got a lot of input from Brian there up in the booth, and Sean and Ryan and so many other guys. They were very helpful and giving me some insight on it, and put it all together. So pretty happy with you making a return and finishing third.
200 laps is a long race for any sim racing league, much less everything else. But was there any special preparation that you did besides just being ready to come back to do a 200 lapper for your first race back?
Not really. Doing a lot of physical therapy, drinking a lot of protein drinks, and staying hydrated, stretching out, and just doing that kind of stuff. And I got into the sim on Saturday just to see how it was going to feel, and then when that felt good, I decided to run some laps. I think my first run was about 125, 150 laps, and then some of the other guys got on to the practice later on, and I decided to jump back in with them, and I think I nearly ran almost 200 laps there. So I felt really good. And when I got out of the sim, and felt good this morning. So I thought I was going to be all right.
Hey, Dave,
well, go ahead, sir.
Oh, Dave Bryan here in the booth. Something that was going through my mind during the race, man, out there watching. I brought it up during the live broadcast as well. How'd the hip hold up, man? Especially with a 200 lap race. I was telling these guys, man, a hip surgery isn't no joke. Did it hold up well? Did it get stiff? Did it get sore? Did that affect you at all? Give us a little insight on that.
Yeah, no, it didn't really. It really held up well. The first 10 laps, not really using the brake, and after that, just barely touching the brake. So I think that helped. It's my left hip, so there's not a whole lot of use on it. So that's definitely helpful. Getting into pit road when you're running a green pit stop. That's probably the most braking and hard braking I had to do. But and I tell you, if my doctor could hear me, I'd have to thank him and the people that are doing the therapy, because it's going really well. And man, I enjoy being back racing with these guys. Such a great group of guys.
Well, an outstanding finish on your first race back and the first race of the season. I look forward to watching you the rest of the season, sir. Before we let you go, anybody want to give a shout out to or say hello to that might be watching?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to BRL League. It's a fantastic league, and all the support I got from them when I was out was tremendous, and appreciate every one of them. I appreciate my teammate up there, Brian. Sorry you couldn't be on the track today, but SGR Motorsport got us a top 5 finish, and appreciate part of that team and all the insight on there. And appreciate you guys up there in the booth and broadcasting this. Welcome to our league, and I'm very grateful to be back, and thank you for all you guys do.
Hey, congratulations, Dave. Very good finish, man. It was a pleasure to watch you, and I'm very happy for you, and good to see you back, man. Good luck to you next week.
Appreciate it, guys.
And that's David Medina finishing in third position. We'll bring up our second place finisher now. That's going to be Sean Jensick. Sean, it's Lee in the booth. You got a copy, sir?
Yes, I do.
So our producer was calling you the winner with about 30 laps to go, said no one's going to catch you. And then Smorl able to chase you down. And then I think it was Smith, but I don't remember the lap car that ended up between you two once Smorl made that pass and actually held you up. Walk me through those final 10 laps.
I knew I absolutely killed my tires. It was just getting around the lap cars. It was just a complete pain. And I feel it was just a whole lot harder than it needed to be. I was having to battle lap cars that were slower than me, so I knew I killed my stuff. And I knew he clearly had more tire than I did, so he was catching me pretty fast there. And I was hoping we'd be able to get side by side, but try and battle it out that way. But fortunately, lap car got in the way, and then with about 5 to go, I had my mom walk in my room and scare the crap out of me. I hit the wall, and that was it.
Don't you hate that?
So that is why. See, I just saw you lose momentum, and I thought you got loose. And then Brian and Robert corrected me. It was like, no, he smacked the wall. So now we know what happened with that. So, but an outstanding run, though. I mean, all day long, towards the front or leading the race, and then coming in with a second place finish here in the first race of the season. What is your thoughts going next week into Pocono?
No, I'm a big fan of Pocono. I had a few official ones there in the lower series. I've never run there in the Cup, so we'll see how that goes. And yeah.
Hey, Sean, Brian here. So it looked about maybe about 15 to 20 laps were left in the race. You said your tires were really gone, and I think that was apparent from us watching up here and all the viewers at home. When did you know that hey, Chris might have a little bit more than me right now, and what was your thought process trying to navigate your way through that lap traffic there? And did you think that you could hold him off?
I think I could have held him off because it was about maybe like 15 to when he got probably within like 3/10 of me. I figured like he was gonna at least catch me, get to my bumper, and run side by side. But I thought I could have held him off. But for me, it was just unfortunate. I had a few lap cars get in the way and couldn't really end it like that.
Yeah, I was telling the guys up here, man, that I was so impressed with you, with your consistency, especially in clean air, and definitely think it was unfortunate that it's part of racing, but the lap traffic playing a role there. But congratulations on the second place finish. Nothing wrong with that, man.
Yep, thank you.
Now, before we let you go, Sean, anyone you'd like to say hello to or give a shout out to?
I'm gonna give Chris a shout out. We raced each other clean the whole race. I might have pinched him down or pushed him up a little bit too much, but when we were there racing side by side for those 10, 15 laps throughout the whole race, it was always clean. It was good fun.
Awesome, sir. Well, congratulations on the second place finish. We look forward to seeing you next week at Pocono and for the rest of the season here for the Bonfire Racing League.
Thank you.
And Sean. That's Sean Jensick, our second place finisher. Now let's bring up our race winner, Mr. Chris Morrill. Chris, it's Lee in the booth. You got a copy, sir.
Great copy on you. How are you doing today?
It's just another wonderful day, sir. What a race that you ran. I mean, it was methodical. It almost seemed like you had everything planned out perfectly. Then with 6 to go, you make the pass over Jensick. And then the lap vehicle coming in between you two really stopped any momentum he had from trying to catch you. Walk me through that pass and then to the end of the race.
All the gap coming down. Really what I was focused on after that last pit stop was my fuel, because I was right on the border there. I never really had to lift, but going into 1 and 2, actually both turn entries, I started to back it up just a little bit, just to give me a little bit of cushion there, because it was a little uncomfortable. So I was really just focused on that, driving the track, and just so happens that I saw the gap coming down. My big concern once I got to his bumper is how am I going to pass him, because we were both on old tires, and as we saw throughout the race, it's very tough to pass, especially when your stuff's all worn up. And obviously, Sean's a very fast driver in his own right, so that was what I was thinking about. And we went into 1 there, I think it was, and then I didn't see him anymore. So I was like, oh boy, I hope that wasn't me. It turns out it wasn't, which was good. But and then my mind went to, okay, I've got nothing else to focus on. Like either I'm out of fuel or I'm not. And that's almost more difficult to maintain that focus, hit your marks when you don't have the the carrot in front of you to go chase. So I'm just happy it all worked out, and I'm still kind of in shock to be sitting in victory lane, to be honest with you. I did not see that coming.
Yeah, and I apologize for my dog. She is very excited for your win this morning. So, from your qualifying to the end of the race, you climbed 28 spots. I mean, so I'm going to start referring to you as the Master of Kentucky. because it seems like you have this track down. I mean, to climb that many spots to win that race, to take that lead with 5 laps to go. Yeah, I know that Jensic, had that incident and touched the wall and everything, but you were charging down. You were going to make that pass. I'm going to call you Mr. Kentucky. That's just what it's going to have to be.
I will take it. If I can, you can get a nickname for one of two ways, good or bad. And I'll definitely wear that badge of honor all day, every day. But yeah, opted not to qualify today just because I was late getting into the rig and everything, and, kind of wanted to get a feel for it. But I got lucky with some cautions, and just felt like I was able to maintain consistency, and there you go. That's the end result. So very happy with it, and still, once again, in shock. Bunch of great drivers to drive with every Sunday, and never thought I'd be here.
Chris, Brian here. So you said that you were close on fuel, correct?
Yeah. So, well, and that's the other thing too. I don't have my fancy overlays up. I talk about being late to the rig, so I was using and not that I'm sure other people do too, but I wasn't as confident in my fuel calculations this race, and I was showing about 2 laps.
My question for you is this. So with you saying that you were backing up your corners slightly there because you were worried about it, you were trying to have more throttle time to preserve that fuel. To me, it seems that might have paid dividends there towards the end in saving tire, because it was clear that you had more left than Jensic did, and hats off to you, man. You were patient when you finally did get up to him. You were patient. You bided your time, and you when the opportunity came, you seized it. And I asked Sean a similar question. When did you know that you had more than him, and that you were potentially going to be able to pass him?
It's a good question. Like I said, I was focused on making sure that that fuel laps remaining wasn't going to keep ticking down faster than the laps were. And then once I had that, and I saw the gap starting to close, and I think you're 100% right. I think just in general, my driving style is less aggressive anyway, which lends itself to the longer runs. And then you add some, potential fuel savings in there. And I was able to save enough at the end. The methodicalness is I'm glad that came across too, but just like we were talking about, it's so difficult to pass. So I had to balance laps remaining with, I got to make it count. I got to make whatever move I'm going to make. It's got to stick and it's got to work, because every time I do that, my tire advantage is going to start chipping away. Right. So I was just looking for the right time while keeping one eye on the laps remaining. And like I said, it happened to work out this time. And hopefully, I don't know. It was a great battle. My body's tired, my brain is tired, and that is a sign of a fantastic race in my book.
Yes, sir. Well, outstanding performance here today at Kentucky. Mr. Kentucky, Chris Morrill. Anyone you want to say hello to or give a shout out to before we let you go?
Well, first and foremost, my family, and awesome that they get to watch the broadcast here. They support me and love me, and it's because of them that I get to do stuff like this. So thanks and love you to my wife and kids. Obviously, to the Bonfire Racing League, I should have said this first off. Just what a fantastic league. Every Sunday, I joined late-ish last season, maybe mid to late last season. Just got assigned my permanent number, so. But every Sunday has been just a complete joy. The Discord is a joy. The admins do a fantastic job of putting these races on, and hopefully that came across in the broadcast too. And then, of course, to you guys, you broadcast for one of my other leagues, and you always are just absolutely spot on and fantastic. And I'm really looking forward to watching it back with my family here. So those are the big ones, and all the drivers, just a great group to run with, and we hope to see everybody next week.
Awesome. Well, congratulations once again, sir, on that victory this morning, and we'll see you next week at Pocono.
Hey, very impressive, and congratulations, Christopher. You did an awesome job, man. I'm looking forward to watching you at Pocono, man. Good luck.
Thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you in Pennsylvania.
Thank you, sir. That's Chris Morrill. He is our winner this evening, or this morning, excuse me. Man, morning races are weird. Here at Kentucky as we get